Hi Fathomers, today we'll talk about the 10 most disturbing scenes in Miraculous Ladybug. I know there's more, but to me these were the ones that stood out because what the fuck. For a fuckus kids show there sure are a lot of fucked up themes we've been new. Trigger warning for suicide, sexual assault and child abuse. Not in any particular order on the fucked up scale. To introduce the first scene, remember when they released the alliance rings in multiplication and we all saw the process of how Adrian and Lila were digitized and thought these were the only avatar options? Well, turns out Gabby doesn't have either of them as his Siri because of course. Who does he have on his alliance instead? Emily. Now, the elephant in the room. How the fuck did he digitize Emily, who mind you is rotting in the basement? Did he drag her out and open her eyes and stick her eyelids up with pins and put her to be scanned and made into AI? Because that's how he made the Adrian and Lila avatars. Also, how the fuck did he get her to speak so he can clone her voice? So, did you guys love this imagery I gave you? Like, after seeing that process and Emily on his alliance, this is left in the air as something implied to the audience. I remember someone bringing this up and someone else said he might have used pictures of her or Amelie. Like, baby, do you hear yourself? Unless it's made clear to us that he used another method to make her avatar and not the one we saw, I will not be assuming that N is for the Amelie digitized theory. I don't have to speak on it, you already know what I'll say, but the idea of it is fucked up enough and he knows that, hence only had it on his alliance and didn't show anyone. You think he would tell Amelie this idea, who by the way hates his ass, and think she would agree to pose as her sister so he can have her in his ring and jerk off to it? Ijbel, everyone's so creative. Gabriel, you fucking psycho. Monster scene in representation. Not only the implications of this scene and the whole play are fucked up, the imagery and symbolism makes it even more disturbing. The use of white and black as the background back and forth, both the colors of grief and nothing, the color of innocence on Felix, white masks with only necessary clues for every character that is portrayed. It's all very well thought out and calculated, and the end result was deemed as creepy to many people as intended. Because this is something that is scary to every child that goes through it, and it's important that they portray it as scary to keep it realistic. The implied murder attempt too, with every repeat of the word monster, louder each time, there is a climax where he goes too far and almost fucking kills his child. This is only a play to give Marinette an idea of Felix's situation, but it leaves so much up to the viewer to imagine, and oh, you don't want to think about the details when this actually happened to him. Chat Noir suicide attempt. In Season 4 Episode 11 Guilt Trip, Chat Noir was affected by the guilt bubbles and wanted to cataclysm himself. And almost did it. Now he probably wouldn't have died because A, the suit probably protects him, and B, he's a senti, so he would probably just go crazy and not die. But it was still self-harm and definitely shows an underlying issue the writer shrugged off right away and never came back to. Also, we know how easy he can destroy something, even himself, with his power. He is really doomed with the power of destruction. Foo, you just set him up, I think. Like, that was a split-second decision the moment guilt overtook him, and who's to say he won't do that again? Chat Blanc alone in a post-apocalyptic world. Okay, as much as I dislike Chat Blanc as an episode, the concept of him getting akumatized under different circumstances that aren't his ugly-ass father and middle school girlfriend melodrama has potential. Well, maybe if homewrecker Nathalie didn't open her damn mouth when she saw him transform. Who knew your father not letting you date your middle school girlfriend could lead you to this shit? This little boy casually caused the end of the world. Destroyed the moon. Like, what happened to talking things out? What's disturbing is the fact that it's confirmed that he was alone in the post-apocalyptic world he created for months until past Ladybug showed up. Like, he was all alone going fucking crazy singing his creepy-ass song, no food, no water, plague, not getting any rest, just constant insanity, and there's no way to change it or reverse the damage. Dead bodies probably off-screen. That's crazy. Next. Argo's happy in his ideal empty world while Adrian and Kagami are freaking out. Episode emotion. Now this one gave me chills kinda. The way these two are trying to put some sense into him and make him understand how fucked up what he did is. Him not understanding why they're upset when he literally gave them the freedom they were dreaming of. The screaming and fighting? I thought you guys wanted to be free from your parents, why aren't you happy it happened? As if this is totally normal for him. Because, well, shit, it is. He thinks this is normal because the only way he got his freedom was when his father died. So naturally, what other way is there to end their suffering with their parents? None. Honestly, the moment this episode dropped is when everyone should have thought, hey, what the fuck is wrong with this guy Felix, and why was his first idea to help these two with their abusive parents temporarily snapping them out of existence, which, mind you, even though it could be temporary and he could play with them like that, initially wasn't going to bring no bitch back? Especially not Gabriel and Tomoe. Like, those were the main targets. And that's why he's real as fuck. But this scene really shows how fucked up his mindset is after years of abuse, where he can't think of any other way to help than take the most drastic measures and be 100% certain they'll be happy if he does that. Honestly, to me the fact that he snapped people out of existence during a jazz song and dance number isn't even the most disturbing part about this episode. It's him not understanding what he did wrong and why this is fucked up to Adrian and Kagami. Nathalie's murder attempt in Revolution. This scene was disturbing to me not because she tried to shoot the bitch but just the way she fucking collapsed. Nathalie's POV with the screen blurring before she passed out. Him casually carrying her back. Like, girl, if you showed this to 11-year-old me I would be gagged as hell. Not that I wasn't when I first saw this, because what the fuck has Miraculous come to? Like, okay, on-screen murder attempts? Girl, if she shot him for real she would die too. The only reason she lived in the end is because he made the wish to bring her back. Love how he didn't see her die himself but just assumed before he made the wish. Well, imagine if she didn't die and he just switched with Nathalie and he was the one sick in bed but not dead. Plot hole? Wait, for real, he should have been rotting in bed in her place and she should have had the cataclysm if it really works. A life for a life. Anyways, back to her trying to murder Gabriel. The animation, the lighting, the cinematography, the acting, like this is real adultery in Miraculous now. Marinette almost drowning. As much as I hate derision, the queen of Redcon, I have to give it that this scene was, well, Marinette could have fucking drowned in that pool. And then there would be no show. I wonder how Chloe would have gotten out of planned murder. Secured her Netflix documentary. Honestly though, this was fucking scary. This little girl wanted a chill day at the pool and got whatever this is. Only thing Chloe didn't do as the cherry on top of all this is push her head back in the water when she got to the surface. You crazy bitch. Next, Adrian and Kagami in solitary confinement. Representation had a shit ton of disturbing ass scenes now that I think about it. Reeks of child abuse. Because just when I thought it was over for today I got hit with Gabriel looking at the cameras in these white prison rooms of these two kids to go insane in. Now there's no other way to put it, these motherfuckers brainwashed, kidnapped, drugged and tortured their kids and nobody gave a fuck. They are still out there on the loose. Well, Tomoe is. Like, let's just say it how it is. The fact that they locked their kids in there and had them under the influence of the Alliance ring literally high out of their minds waiting to go insane from the lack of sensory stimulation and nothing but white ass walls is crazy. Rings with eye avatars of themselves that they didn't even consent to. Felix SA attempt. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nothing will ever make this scene make sense in the narrative, and it was so out of character for everyone and made a joke where there shouldn't be one just because the writers decided it would be a good idea to shove an SA public service announcement like we're watching fuck ass Adult Swim and make it so half-assed they took half of my SA victim ass and slapped it. There you go, that's how you teach kids not to try and kiss someone without consent. #girl power. If only the writers actually gave a fuck. Where is the actual talk about this issue? Where are the consequences? Another day, another episode where they bring up a serious issue unprovoked and half-ass it. Rant aside, this is definitely fucked up in the way they set up the scene, the camera angle, the music, etc. It got the point across, but at what cost? At the cost of a half-assed PSA that they never brought up again or made the offender apologize, which they should have done at the very least. Next. Sentibug murder scene. Another scene I've cried over, you guys already know. That's my bitch, she lived, she served cunt and she died. For real though, y'all need to understand she was a literal baby in the cloned body of a 14-year-old. Didn't know shit, only did what she was told, was manipulated and used, and just when she started to learn what free will is, was fucking murdered. Her remains being a keychain. This is really crazy. Nathalie bitch, I'll fuck you up. Fucking cunt child killer. Oh, I wish you died, to be honest. That's what you get for being a home wrecker. Anyways, let's have a moment of silence for Sentibug. She deserved to live. Like she had so much potential, she was just a little girl. This is why the power of the peacock Miraculous is fucked up. You can make a human clone of anyone, and I mean anyone, and make them do shit they wouldn't do, and they have no choice but to obey. Y'all see where I'm getting at? That's fucking crazy. And this is why I supported Felix's Senti protection movement every step of the way. As disturbing as this scene was, it's also so important to show how easy it is so kill a Senti being and not leave a single trace of the murder. And seeing the character's reaction to her snapped out of existence when they just realized she wasn't any different from them the moment she gained free will. This is the first step to including senti humans into the bunch. Cough cough, sweet queer coding, and not see them as subhuman or a fragile doll. But in this case, Nathalie the cunt, derogatory, ended this little girl's future like she was worth nothing. Honorable mention, the first time we see Cerise in the Catacombs, Season 5 Episode 22 Collusion. Little fun fact about the room she's in here. This is a room in real life in the Paris catacombs called La Plage. Miss Lila Cerise is surrounded by corpses. Yes, edgy queen. Wonder how you guys feel about her little lair now after hearing this. Honestly, didn't accept anything less iconic from her. That's all for today, Fathomers. Tell me what scenes you thought were disturbing as hell. Maybe I'll do a part 2 because there's a shit ton of crazy shit happening in this show. Like and subscribe.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry! What have I done? I'm so sorry.
I can't feel my
Oh
kid.
crap, the tigers seem like to be, guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?